Hey friends, I hope everyone's doing well today. This is Roaming Prepper. For those of you who are new or who recently joined me from Prepper Now or Modern Refuge, one of the other folks from the Five Wise Men live podcast we did, or the live stream we did, thank you for joining me. So I had somebody comment, and I think it was someone new from Prepper Now side, I'm not sure exactly, who said, I didn't realize you're a prepper channel. I guess they had just saw my video and commented and didn't look at my title. And they said, we're actually homesteaders. And then they went on to comment, which was an actually very interesting set of comments they made. But I found it interesting that we look at homesteading and prepping as two different things. And I actually think that as a community, and sorry about my voice, I've been losing my voice for a few days with the changes in weather. I actually think we're looking at it wrong. I'm going to give you my thoughts here. I actually think if you're into preparedness, readiness, emergency prepping, like, oh, hurricanes happen, so I'm going to have my hurricane kit. Survivalism, outdoors living, traveling, homesteading, farming, we are all different variations of self-sufficiency at different levels. I don't know if that makes sense to you guys, so I'm going to repeat that. All these things, homesteading, farming, survivalism, bushcraft, homesteading, I said that twice, major gardening, not I have 5 flowers, but like gardening, home growing your own food, all of these things are different variations of preparedness. And I think once you start thinking of it in those terms, it actually opens doors to exploring stuff that you may not have thought of before. For those of you who did order my book, Defensive Preparedness, thank you. But if you didn't, one of the things I point out is that preparedness is, in a nutshell, making oneself ready to endure a hardship. Now, the hardship can be different for different people, right? You could have a nuclear meltdown. Yeah, that's an SHTF, right? That's an incident. A hurricane, yes. An earthquake, yes. But you could have a personal SHTF. I know both the Angry Prepper and Hudson Valley and a few other people have pointed out, like a house fire. That's catastrophic for the family. You may not burn the whole neighborhood down, but you have had an SHTF. A family member gets cancer, you get in a car wreck and you can't go to work. You get laid off from your job, you get a major pay cut, not like, oh, we're cutting a few hours, like you're now struggling. Something happens in your life that isn't necessarily a flood, a chupacabra, zombies, or aliens. It can affect you. So when you're being prepared, you're actually prepping for a lot of different things. So I would encourage all of us, and I want to thank, I can't remember the username of that person who commented, but it was something like my life is hell 666 or something, or my hell's life. Basically, they were having difficult life. But I think we need to open our minds and our eyes a little bit and realize that the homesteaders, the preppers, the bushcraft folks, the backyard crop raisers, the people with chickens in their yard, all of us are different versions of preparedness, but in different places with different resources, different amenities, different money available, and different skill sets and experiences, in different geographies, doing the best we can where we are. And once you start understanding it like that, that's a big deal. And again, in my book, I mentioned it's being ready for hard times. There are a myriad of ways to be ready for a hard time. So I encourage all of you, if you're into prepper channels, go follow homesteading channels. If you're a homesteader, follow a few more prepping channels. Now, you're going to have some who get very hoity-toity. I've seen some homesteaders are like, oh, if you're not growing crops, the zombies will get you. Okay, that's not cool. That's fear-mongering. Then I've seen it with the preppers. Oh, we're all gonna die, and death. And hence, this is why Hudson Valley has We All Gonna Die Wednesday. It's him making fun of the other guys. But it's true. That's fear-mongery, or it's condescending. Don't do that. And don't follow those people. If you see them and they're like, oh, well, if you don't purchase from my link or spend $5,000 a quarter, yeah, get the hell out of here. Who the hell has that much money? It's a long-term thing. But folks, don't be afraid to take lessons from people outside the box of prepping. Preppers have kind of gotten put in this weird niche where we're with the tinfoil hats waiting for the aliens to come out of the flying saucers, or we're waiting for World War III, and the homesteaders are just hiding with their long beards and fraggy hair, and their chickens are running around the living room. And in reality, we're so much more alike. We're just in different places, geographically, experience-wise, property-wise, money-wise, knowledge-wise, but it's the same thing. We're all trying to have the means to do for ourselves so that we don't have to go to the store. And if something happens, the homesteader can stay in their homestead and go, I've got chickens, I've got some plants, I've got food that I've canned, I'm ready for an emergency. The prepper also could be in an apartment, for all you know, going, well, I don't have cows, I don't have a goat, but I have canned food, I have water, I have filters, I have a Jackery so I can charge my phone and my radio and listen to what's going on. I'm prepared in my environment. Each of us is in a different environment, in a different situation. So I encourage all of you, open your minds a little bit and start following slightly different things. The homesteaders, the home mechanics, somebody pointed out, you should be familiar with the basics of your vehicle. Even if you're not a full-blown, I can pull my engine apart guy, you should be able to look at your engine and go, wow, that's broken and I know why it's broken. Firearms, the same thing. If you own a gun and you don't know how to clean it and take it apart, you've shot it and left it in the box in your drawer in case someone breaks in. No, learn that skill. So take the time to learn outside the box. And don't put everybody in a box, homesteader, prepper, survivalist, bushcrafter, home farmer. No, we're all in the same family. We're just different variations of the same lifestyle with different resources, different experiences, in different places, doing slightly different things, but the goal is the same, to be able to take care of ourselves, not just day to day, but if something happens. I'm gonna leave you with that one, folks. This is a short video. You'll probably be seeing this just before Christmas. So if you do, and I don't get to do a live stream before Christmas, y'all have a blessed Christmas. I will try to put a Christmas message out if I can. You guys be safe out there. Take care of yourselves and keep looking for the sales toward the end of the year. Remember, the stores pay tax on whatever they don't get rid of. I'll do a video on that before the week's over. You guys be good.